your properties against future financial losses. Simply sign on to our CalBank Motor, Homeowners, and SME insurance policies underwritten by Saham Insurance. Stay one step ahead, take that one right decision today, and insure while you bank. For more information, call us on toll-free 0800 500 500 or chat with us on our website, calbank.net, or on our social media platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And let us protect the things that matter to you. You can also contact us via email at customercare@calbank.net or visit any of our branches or agents near you to sign up. CalBank, forward together.
Chacho. Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. You?
God is taking care of us. I'm doing fine.
He is. Doing fine. I can see.
You can see, eh? Yeah, but today there's something we're talking about. You remember the Commander Sugar Factory?
Oh yes.
2016 May commissioned, expected to, help reduce our sugar imports at the time in excess of over $200 million. Shut down in July. Well, because at that time we didn't have a lot of raw materials. We said we're going to come back in October.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 5 years, and nothing has happened. That factory is rotting away. That factory is deteriorating. And so this morning, we put our spotlights on the Commander Sugar Factory. Listen to the president when he went there, assuring them of what he was going to do.
The ESR organization and also the Betumi strategic investor and also Etumiaba Roba Bisomu. Nanche, Obati Bibi Papa Freemanum, and Chakra.
I could promise and got in what time no quissy, necessary more sugar factory. Or I musu. I go for the nab and wedding you be brave.
Well, so the president talked about how they were, trying to get a strategic investor. And once that was done, the good news that people were expecting will be heard from him. But you had another person also saying, now they're only snakes that you can find at the factory. And so this morning, listen to this also.
The amount of land we need for the sugar, the type of sugar we can grow here, all those things were not properly organized.
For anybody who talks about sugarcane and land issue, it's a non-starter. We have land available, and then the sugar plantation was also done.
So what's the problem with a Commander Sugar Factory?
And you can understand the frustration of the people over there because they invested in sugarcane farms, hoping that the factory would get started and then they can reap some benefits.
Now, later you will hear the people say, because of that, they've had to sell their sugarcane to, brewers or distillers of local gin, what we call akbeteshi. And because the sugarcane is in abundance and they just want to get it away, these people pay them. And so now, they have the purchasing power and they tell you how much they want to buy it.
Wow.
Yeah, and so the people are actually struggling, and this morning we'll talk more about that. But also coming up this morning, we have a very important conversation about lending rates. The policy rate we're 13.5 percent. Why is that really not translating
the
into
conundrum?
So we'll have that conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But our time for the Joy Business Report with Daryl Sechu. Wow.
Welcome everyone. Time for the Joy Business Report. Coming up, Bank of Ghana assures public of seamless financial transactions via ECD as piloting of the digital currency begins next month. Also, National Insurance Commission makes move to introduce additional pension scheme as it works to roll out multi-stakeholder forum involving National Pensions Regulatory Authority and commercial banks. Plus, government projects strong revenue growth for next year, expecting it to hit 89 billion cedis. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. First up this morning, the Bank of Ghana is assuring the public of seamless financial transactions, including payments, transfer, and deposits via the ECD as a pilot of the digital currency begins next month. According to the regulator, the ECD, which will be one of the first on the African continent, will bring enhanced security, safety, and convenience in financial transactions. The pilot is expected to run up till the middle of next year after going through 3 phases of implementation. Kwame Opong is head of fintech and innovation at the Bank of Ghana.
People with yams, people who have no access, the market women, people living in rural areas, the urban poor, everyone can access and use a central bank digital currency, the ECD, without any hassle. And that's a process that we've started off with a pilot, and we'll continue to work our way, and we will engage the public and let them know what the next steps are at every juncture. One thing I should add, though, is for the ordinary person today, you're currently, for instance, carrying cash to go from place to place to make payments. Often, you're also using mobile money or you're spending money from a bank account. That would not change to a large extent. The reality is, for all those services that everyone uses, there's cash underlying it somehow. So for those who use mobile money, you take cash to a mobile money agent and deposit it in your wallet. Now that deposit that you do, it's cash that you give that agent.
That was Head of FinTech and Innovation at the Bank of Ghana, Kwame Opong. The National Insurance Commission is making moves for an additional pension scheme that will add to the streams of income for retired Ghanaian workers. It is expected to soon roll out a multi-stakeholder forum involving the National Pensions Regulatory Authority and commercial banks to educate Ghanaian workers about the need to sign on to annuity, a product similar to that of pension. According to its Deputy Commissioner Michael Kofi Ando, annuity, which is an insurance contract that provides a fixed income stream for a person's lifetime, will cushion Ghanaian workers by complementing their pensions when they retire. He was speaking at a retirement salary stakeholder forum.
We need to embark on effective education to let all workers know what annuities are, the types of annuities, what an annuity can do for you, what is the advantage in using your lump sum to buy annuity, as opposed to carrying it in Ghana, must go back home, go and have a party. So that's a big one. What the Commission has done is to create a multi-stakeholder forum that is formulating an education plan on the annuities. We have reps from NPRA, from the banks, and from the insurance companies.
You heard Michael Kofi Ando, who is Deputy Commissioner of the National Insurance Commission. And well, for the first time in the history of the country's insurance operations, Ghana can now boast of pet insurance for existing and new clients. This follows a collaboration by Enterprise Insurance and KEK Brokers to add value to the already existing insurance products in the market. Speaking at the launch of these products, which include Comp Extra, Third Party Amplified, Home Advantage, and Pet Insure, Commissioner of Insurance Dr. Justice Ofori said it is expected to boost insurance penetration.
Interested in breaking new grounds in technology and innovation within the insurance space. For us at the Commission, we could not be very happier for Enterprise Insurance and KEK. It is our expectation that this partnership would bring good prospects and serve as a springboard for several other partnerships that would propel the industry to greater heights. Congratulations once again to Enterprise and KEK. We are optimistic that this partnership will contribute significantly to the insurance sector, in particular, and the Ghanaian economy as a whole.
Managing Director for KEK Brokers, Shaibu Ali, believes these new products couldn't have come at a better time.
Insurance is about giving solutions to clients' needs. Insurance is about being able to be there for clients. I believe that for a long time, clients pay premiums and then they get the same covers. If you take the motor third party, for example, they pay premiums every year. If you are not involved in an accident, that would damage somebody else's vehicle. You never get to claim anything. Or damage somebody else's property, you never get to claim anything. Your vehicle will never be fixed if it's damaged. So we said we should be able to add something, add value to the existing cover to make it attractive to the client so that the client will see that we are adding something more than the ordinary. We've been the leading broker for the past 31 years on this market. So we shouldn't just be happy in collecting people's premiums and then go to sleep. That is why we partnered with Enterprise to bring these things. Take the pet insurance, for example. Everybody these days, we have virtually replaced dogs with our security.
You heard Managing Director for KEK Brokers, Shaibu Ali. You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, government is projecting significant growth in revenue next year. Document from the Finance Ministry indicates the revenue will hit 89 billion cedis at the end of next year, representing over 20% increase over that of this year's collection. But is this enough to match the level of economic activities in the country? Here's George Yafe.
The 89.1 billion Ghana cedis represents more than 20% jump from what we are hoping to get this year. The growth can largely be linked to improvement in tax revenue collections. However, we are not sure whether it's coming from compliance measures or more persons are being brought into the tax net by the Ghana Revenue Authority. But whilst you get excited about the growth in revenue over last year, this is still low compared to the level of economic activities in the country. Per the World Bank's indicators, we should be doing about 19 to 20% of the total value of the economy. This means that there are still some sectors that are not being captured, or mobilization in these areas are still low. On the other hand, grants which mainly comes from donors to complement other low tax areas are set to decline substantially and is projecting to hit 0% of GDP by 2024. This may put a lot of pressure on government to improve tax collections to make up for the gap, or maybe we still have to borrow more to address this challenge. Following Ghana's migration from developing to a low middle income country, most of our development partners have cut grants to government. Some economists have argued that the solution to the country's rising debt stock and underdevelopment in some areas is revenue, and therefore improving the situation to match our level of economic activities in the country could put the economy on a strong footing going forward.
That was George Afe's report. Let's turn to the markets for you this morning. The currency market to begin with. The cedi trading at 6 cedis 3 pesos to the dollar this morning. The British pound going for 7 cedis 70 pesos, and the euro selling at 6 cedis 83 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil went down marginally to open trading at $67.36 a barrel. Gold is selling at a little above $1,779 an ounce, after losing more than $8 from yesterday's trading. Cocoa, however, gained $25 to open trading at $2,673 a ton. Now, it's a day more for the Executive Insight Conference on business value of cybersecurity that's happening tomorrow, Friday, the 20th of August, at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 9 a.m. The event, organized Kind Courtesy Joy Business and Innovari, will bring critical understanding to business leaders on the business value of cybersecurity. Remember, your cybersecurity tip for this morning is always use a strong password and a password management tool, example alphanumeric passwords or biometric passwords. And that's the Joy Business Report this morning. Thanks for listening. It's back to Winston, who is in the seat at this moment. Winston, what's coming up in the newspaper review segment?
Well, so I'm actually shocked about what and so look, the energy sector debt, we're told, is to remain above $1 billion yearly till 2024. That's according to the IMF.
Wow.
$1 billion. 6 billion Ghana cedis.
Hey.
Exactly. We'll tell you more about that this morning. The issues about Agenda 111 and woes of a journalist, and Ghana receiving some 249,600 doses as gifts from UK government and the COVAX facility. So we're getting more vaccines, AstraZeneca, and so for all those who may, had their first shot and are waiting for their second shot, all things being equal, you would get it. Of course, there are about 800,000 more who are waiting. We have 249,000, so we'll still be needing some 550,000 more, but at least we know that we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Coupled with 177,000 of Johnson & Johnson, we're getting somewhere. If we're able to hit 20 million, maybe we can also declare Freedom Day. But this morning, I see many of you asking questions about the Commander Sugar Factory already. We'll be talking more about that because, government had gone to Parliament, had talked about a strategic investor that's Agropark, being selected, engaging a few things. Where have they reached now? And what is likely to happen? We get answers to all of these here on the Super Morning Show.
We're still importing sugar, so if we're able to get this running, you know how that will be of benefit to us.
Exactly. Yeah. It would be of benefit to all of us. Anyway, thank you very much, Daryl Kwao, for joining us with the Joy Business Report. Now time for our inspirational song brought to us by Duraplast, where Duraplast goes, water flows. And today is Hillsong Worship with What a Beautiful Name.